defenses are quite sturdy, yes?
So you want that tour or not?
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah. The line at the car wash? Super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Got trouble. Don't think I won't hurt you.
You there. Send.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Relax.
Thank you for sparing us.
Targeting sensors fully operational.
What shall we talk about? Let me know anything else. As you say.
I will intervene. I will put impossible. You are into valuable institute property. Systems damaged. Initiated.
Who's there? Huh? What's that?
Hello.
I hear something. I hear something. What was that? We are the future!
Statistically speaking.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Some air fresheners, a new coat of paint, and it'll all be good as new.
If only it were that simple. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope. I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We got our asses kicked. Does it matter how?
The chances of failing this mission were so astronomically low that yes, it does matter. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
From what I hear, that rogue snake at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
It's an honor to have you
Good,
here.
we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but, sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been... Power is, as I'm sure you've seen. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Right. Such hard times down here.
I would never disagree that life in the Institute is better than above ground. We have done much to ensure it. Now, we take things even further. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Whoa. Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future. The reactor is close to ready. But recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No!
You can't be serious!
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Why would you joke about this? It isn't funny.
Were it a joke, I'd agree it's in poor form. But I'm afraid it's not. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Look, I don't want to run this place.
Are you so sure?
Uh-huh.
This will suit you.
Uh-huh.
There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Hey there.
Operating at full capacity.
It must be weird living in a vault.
Have you seen J520?
All systems nominal.
He didn't show up for duty today. Can't seem to find him.
Did you check robotics? He was probably scheduled for routine maintenance. I wouldn't worry about it.
I thought so too, but he wasn't in the log, and everyone I've asked hasn't seen him. He's never just missed his shift like that.
What are you saying?
I'm worried something might have happened to him. No one knows where he is. It's like he just disappeared. It doesn't feel right.
Shh. Keep your voice down. You know what happens if they hear you talking like this? They'll wipe you. I suggest you keep this to yourself.
But what if something's wrong? Look around. Courser patrols have doubled. Sims are being blocked.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Excellent.
I hope you realize how important mass fusion is to our overall goal.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back. If Dumb and Ugly had a child.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission... Now, before we... They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and... Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations.
Sure.
If we strike them now,
Hit them before they hit us.
Precisely. Destroying the railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause their chain of command.
Do they all have to die?
Absolutely. It's the... Now, before you depart...
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
Collecting technology for you is becoming a habit, Proctor.
A habit you appreciate, I hope.
I'm certain the Paladin appreciates that the acquisition of technology is one of our most sacred tenets. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
If you're no good at hacking Pam's systems, you should take someone with you who can.
Duty shift is long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
What's going on?
Yes?
The world's always gonna have tyrants. My way.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
I always have time for you.
Not a lot of folks would travel with a ghoul, even with my kind of charisma.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Need something?
What's going on?
Need something? We could be walking right into an ambush and we'd never see it coming.
Nights like this, a warm spot with a cold beer would be heaven.
So, you ready to get...
Ugh, I'm not gonna leave the bath for a week after we get out of here.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
Farming's as honest as honest work gets.
Don't care much for good
ready
neighbor.
to get this show
That
on
place,
the road?
nothing but trouble. watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Do you need something, madame?
How are you doing?
I find myself wanting to set out again and see the world. I am tempted to do this on my own, but there's so much danger. I hope we can renew our partnership. For science, of course.
Never mind.
As you wish.
Yes?
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right? Enough of this slog. Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
More or less susceptible to outbreaks, but a preparation plan is never a bad idea.
Ready to head back out?
Ready.
Good. Then let's get moving. Is this a psycho flashback? Or is this real? Been too long since I picked a fight. That's what I'm talking about.
So a ghoul walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Here." Ghoul says, "That's something fresh."
Seems awfully quiet. Ow. I think I might have pulled a muscle or something.
At least it's not raining.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Hey there.
Do you need something, madame?
Let's trade some things.
But of course.
Most folks that run with me don't live out the day.
What are you building?
Correct. So, you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a mentat school myself. Makes me feel intellectual.
find out by Let's get through here quickly. I'm not loving all this open space.
Sure how much of this fresh air and sunshine I can handle. Gotta be a bar around here somewhere.
I suppose that's something worth building. Whatever it is.
Most folks that run with me don't live out the day. I'm impressed.
The influx of data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Patch me up, Doc.
Tell me your symptoms.
Feeling sick. I think it's radiation.
We'll clean you up. Don't worry. Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
Took one chem too many. Anything you can do?
Yeah, you got it bad. All done. Any other complaints?
Hurting all over, Doc.
I've seen worse. Better stitch you up before infection sets in, though. All done. Any other complaints?
No other complaints.
Off you go, then.
You just say the word if you want to take a little. Chem, look who it is. We heading out again?
You still interested in traveling together?
You even gotta ask that? Damn right I am.
Not right now.
Suit yourself.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Hey.
If something's on your mind, I'd love to hear about it.
How do you feel about our relationship?
I'm having some pretty naughty thoughts about you right now. So I'd say we're doing pretty damn good.
Didn't have anything else.
Sure.
Bleeding, and I'll follow you.
Hey.
Yeah? I'm on it, Captain.
There's no sport to spilling blood if it's the common way.
Let's go get some bed.
Who's there?
Heads up. Have any goodies for
I
me?
lost him.
Maybe they're still here. Watching us.
Why bother? That's just garbage. I deposit.
I don't see anything. I think we're okay. Hey.
Let's do this.
Target down. They got me!
Mission accomplished.
Face worse odds.
Detonation. Secured and ready, sir.
Whoa, whoa. You hear that?
I ain't letting you get me! Standing down.
She vanished.
The heck? What was that? Aha! Found you!
Run off. Weapons ready. No one panic. Oh God! Don't look.
Thought I saw something.
day for you to show yourself.
Pam.
Security lockdown is in effect. Communication impossible.
Your eyes picked by a girl.
Ready for programming instructions. Recommend interface type RJ11G.
I'm hit! It's only a matter of time.
Next person that asked me to shag is getting a well-placed kick, if you get my meaning. Hey, I don't see anyone's name on it.
Hell yeah. Heads up.
What you need? Sure, be glad to take... I mean, hold some stuff for you.
Excuse me.
Look alive.
Now you're gonna be sharing that with both of us, right?
Adjusting internal ballonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
I wish there'd been another way.
The railroad was providing assistance. Those sympathize. I'm also pleased you managed to... We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed, and it's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should... Speaking of pre-war tech, congratulations on another success. Ad Victoriam. I have another assignment for you, Paladin. Virgil. Paladin?
Captain Kells.
Virgil remains a threat. It's time we dealt with him.
He helped us before. We can't just betray him.
We don't owe him anything. He served his purpose.
A threat?
This Virgil once led the Institute's biomedical research. He experimented with FEV. He tested it on human subjects. How many super mutants did he create? How many lives have been lost because of his hubris? No. He and his work are a threat. They must be destroyed.
What's the plan?
Better to keep this simple. He trusts you. Get in, get the job.
I have other duties.
Very well. Carry on, Paladin.
Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. That is all.
And say that I blame you. That was a hell of a business. Where the heck are you going? I'm not finished talking to you yet.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Heard you cleaned house over at Railroad HQ.
I'm looking for some firepower.
All of my weapon?
Look alive.
Point. Out what you need and I'll get right on it.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Can I help you with anything?
Set me up?
Got some choice.
What brings you to me today?
Want some help with that?
That's it.
Not bad. Remind me to give you some pointers sometime.
Search the area.